Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Lala and you're watching Lala Level Up. So before I start the video, I just want to say thank you for the support that I got on my last video. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure that you do. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So actually today I'm going to be telling a story time. I haven't done a story time on my channel in like a little minute, so we're gonna get into it today. And I'm in like a super happy mood. Even though it's rainy, I think it's like such a vibe. But this story time is not a vibe. This story time, I'm laughing right now because I've obviously moved past this situation. It was a while ago, and I'm in a super happy, amazing relationship now. So this is just a thing of the past, but I did want to share it on my channel because, and I used to contemplate going back and forth, like if I ever want to tell this story time, because it is very traumatic. It can be triggering for other people who have been through DV situations, and I didn't want to relive the experience, and I didn't want to give this person any clout, and I also it's just a part of my past. But I said, let me share it to spread some awareness, some warning signs of people who are like this, things that I learned from this situation, because it definitely was a learning experience for me. And yeah, so let's get into it. So this, like I said, this story time takes place a long time ago. I had got involved with a person who was not good for me at all. Initially, this person used to try to make moves on me, and I always like dubbed them. I never gave them the time of day. And honestly, ladies, let me tell you, if you are like turning down a man, it's probably for a reason. Like, your intuition probably knows, like, I don't need to be messing with this person. I don't need to deal with them. They're not for me. And I've learned that people, probably women too, I'm sure, have resentment when you like reject them and then decide to like mess with them later on. Maybe it's subconscious, or maybe it's conscious, but I've come to experience that because like I dubbed this person in the past, once they did get into a relationship with me, once I did give them the time of day, I feel like they low-key like was like, yeah, now I'm about to fuck up her life, because like you thought you was gonna play me, like you thought you was gonna ignore me and act like I wasn't shit just to end up giving me your time. Like, now I'm about to just fuck up your life. So where's my camera? Is it okay? I'm like in my car and it's just like trying to do the best I can. Okay. Yeah, so that's what kind of happened. And well, not he fucked up my life, but for this period of my life, yeah, it was like hell, right? Hell on earth. We connected on social media, and this person they were acting very spiritual. They acted like they were into the same things that I was into. And sometimes you have to be very mindful of those people who come off as super spiritual and super like positive, like super like righteous. Like, just be mindful. A lot of times those people are putting on a front and they're just trying to be somebody they're not. Like, just really get to know a person. That's what I didn't do. I didn't get to thoroughly get to know this person before I got into a relationship with them. I didn't. Like, take your time and really get to know a person. So in the beginning, it was cool. And when I say in the beginning, I mean like the first 2 weeks. Like, because after 2 weeks, it was hell. So in the first 2 weeks, it was cool. During this time in my life, I was going through a lot. And that's another thing. Be very on your P's and Q's when you're meeting people during a downtime in your life. Because I do believe there are situations where you can meet people when you're going through a lot and they kind of help you. Like, they kind of like save you. Like, they kind of like, be that shoulder for you to cry on, or like lift you up when you're feeling down. I feel like that's possible, but I do also mostly feel like when you're in a low place, you're kind of attracting low vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not in a good place in my life, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Like, I was just, physically my body was looking good, no cap. But like, I was not where I needed to be in life. I was not feeling good about myself, my situation. At the time, I wasn't working. And then I did end up getting a job, but it was like a part-time job. So I wasn't making money like that, which is hard when I've been working since I was 16. So to go, I don't know, if you've never had a job before and you go from having a job to not having a job, or consistent job, like, it's hard when your money is affected. You can't do things for yourself the way you want to. So that messed up my mind, that I wasn't making money like I needed to be. And I was living with a family member that at the time we had a tumultuous relationship. So it would just always be like tension in the house and stuff. And I didn't have a car. So I was just feeling like stuck. I was stuck living in this small, boring town with my family member who was just, we were not getting along. I was not making money like that. Like, I was just like depressed. Like, I was just not in a good place, you know? And one day I hung out with this person for the first time. It was nice. Like, we went on a date. We didn't call it a date at the time, but it was pretty much a date. We went out. We had, went out to dinner and stuff. He took me to a nice restaurant. They always try to act like they somebody they not. And, yeah, it was a nice time, you know, surprisingly. I guess, like, before I met this person, I had a preconceived notion of who they were. And then when I hung out with them, I'm like, oh, like, they're actually really cool. Like, they're actually different than I thought they were going to be. Or so it seemed. And I was happy that he was able, like, to come pick me up. Like, he would just pick me up from my house. And I just wanted to get out that house so freaking bad that I was taking every opportunity to leave, I left. You know, at one point, he just started picking me up every day. And that was bad that I was seeing this person. Not my doctor calling me. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. That was my OBGYN pregnant shit, right? Okay, so, I don't even remember where I was at. Anyway, he would come in and pick me up every day, and at the time, I was so happy because I wanted to get out the house. We was building a little connection, and it was really like smoke and mirrors. Like, this person really put on this grand facade. His whole life was really a lie, for real. And I ended up finding that out sooner than later. So the first 2 weeks were great, and then things started coming out. So let me tell you how that started. And there's so many things that happened, so many bad things that happened, that we'd be here for a long time if I went down the list of every single thing or every DV situation where he put his hands on me. We'd be here for a very long time. So I'm just going to tell you the most major things, or like what I can get, because I'm on a time limit right now. Y'all know when I'm in my car, I'm at work on my break, right? Okay. So, yeah. Oh, okay. He had took me to his house. And when I went there, I should have known it was not his house. Because you know when a woman decorates a house. Like, it had like a white fluffy carpet. It was just giving like feminine vibes. Oh yeah, this is the thing. He said it was his aunt's house. He said it was like his aunt's house, and he was staying with her at the time, right? That's what he said. So then I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense, because, you know, it's giving like womanly vibes, right? And at the time, I had no reason to feel like this person was lying to me. He had the key to the house, everything, talking about his aunt was away or whatever the fuck. Okay, whatever. And you might think I'm naive, but like, I felt like I had no reason to not believe this person, right? But I should have, like, and I'm not gonna cap, there was like no pictures on the wall. And not everybody has pictures on the wall, but something about the walls looked so like basic to me. Like, there was like no photos on the wall. Like, it was just giving like very like blank. And yeah. So I don't know. I should have knew something from them, but I didn't, right? Because not everyone has photos on their wall, I guess. So I was there. I spent the night there, and come to find out, that was not his house. That was not his apartment. As we further into the story, I'm going to tell you how I found out. So over time, I started to really see the red flags from this person. I remember that they had told me this person was incarcerated. And not everybody who was incarcerated is a bad person. People make mistakes, you know. People get caught up. People hang out with the wrong crowd. Like, I would say if you are going to date somebody who was in jail, to just really properly vet them. Make sure they're telling the truth about why they actually went to jail. Like, I am totally for Googling their name with anybody. Even if somebody doesn't tell you that they've been in jail or something, Google up their name, find out who you with, for real. So this person had told me that they went to jail for a violent crime. And when they told me that, I should have ran for the fucking hills, bro. And I didn't, because I was trying to come from a place of being non-judgmental. Maybe this person changed. Whatever. But the things that this person told me, I should have like ran for the hills. And that's where I will also take some accountability in the situation of how there was so many times that God tried to give me signs to tell me to leave before any bullshit went on, before anything happened to me, before I got fucking traumatized. There were so many signs that told me to fucking go. And I didn't. I was being very naive, too understanding, my heart was just too big, and it didn't need to be for this person. Like, absolutely not. This person, now that I've come to my senses, not now, today, because I told you it happened a long time ago, but after the situation ended and I came to my senses, I'm like, you didn't even deserve to know me. Like, you ever meet someone and it's like, you never even deserve to know me like that. Like, you should have never been around me. I should have never let you breathe my air. You should have never been around me, touched me, been inside my body. Like, you did not deserve to know me like that, period. No sensitive information about me, nothing. Like, you never deserved to know me like that because you were a very disingenuous person. And honestly, a bad person. And I don't say that about many people. People do bad things sometimes. It doesn't necessarily mean you are a total bad person. But this person is a bad person. Like, for real. A dangerous person. With a very dark side. Red flags started to come out. He told me he was in jail for a violent crime. I should have left. I didn't. This person just started to get very aggressive. They were very insecure. Like, when I did get a job, a full-time job, and I started working from home, I'm on the computer all the time, and we're in training. It was like a 6-week training where we're like on Zoom. Like, you know, you have to be there. If I didn't answer the phone, this person was starting to go off thinking I'm with another dude. I'm like, bro, I'm living with my family member. You think I'm just going to invite random men over here? And at the time, I was living in the middle of nowhere. So I'm like, I don't know. The person was just out of their mind. Like, very insecure. I don't know who hurt him, but... And even if you've been through situations where you were cheated on, it does not mean the next person is cheating on you. And it does not give you a right to be going acting like a crazy fool and be super insecure. Like, no, absolutely not. So this person started being very insecure, very aggressive. Tone of voice was crazy. Like, it was just crazy. So one day, me and this person, we got into an argument. Should I give them a name? Yeah, instead of saying this person, should I give them a name? I'm going to call him Tyrone. I'm going to call him Tyrone. Like, you know that song Tyrone by Erykah Badu? The bum nigga? Yeah. We're going to call him Tyrone. So me and Tyrone had got into it. And we got in an argument or something like that. And he was laying on my bed. I went to go sit on the floor, like, with my back against the bed. So I was on the floor, but my back was against the bed, like, on the mattress, if you could try to picture that, right? So with my knees up, so I had, like, my knees up. I was sitting in that position, but on the floor, knees up. And I had threw something. I think it was his phone or something. I don't know. But I, like, threw it behind my shoulder, and I didn't look. And I guess it hit him. And he got really mad about it. And I didn't do it on purpose. Like, I just threw it. And it ended up hitting him accidentally. And then he ended up coming down to the floor where I was. Got in front of me. Got down to my level and started choking me. To where, like, I couldn't really breathe. And first instinct, if somebody's choking you, you think, okay, I'm going to punch them in their face. But because I was in my family member's house, and I did have respect for them, I knew if I started going blackout crazy, like if I was living in my own apartment or something, I knew it would end up turning into like a bloodbath. Like, I would not stop. Like, it would have been crazy. And I was shocked. Like, I didn't expect him to choke me. So he started choking me. I couldn't really breathe. And then while he was choking me, he was just looking at me crazy and was talking shit to me. And it was just like very like fucked up, right? So he eventually stopped. I just started crying, breaking down, whatever. That was the first instance. And then another time, he was driving. I was in the passenger seat. And we were getting into another argument. Like, it was just like argument on top of argument with this person, right? So we got into another argument. And then, like, I just looked at him. Like, I'm the passenger. He's driving. I just looked at him. And he was, like, mad that I was looking at him. He was like, stop looking at me. And I was just looking at him. And he, like, took my hair, pulled my hair, and pulled me all the way back. I'm like, yo, this person's fucking nuts, right? And then there was also another time where I was at the car wash. I told him I was at the car wash. And he came to the car wash and tried to, like, take the keys from the car. I had, like, rented a car. And he, like, tried to take the keys and run off with the car, run off with my phone in public. Like, this person had no fucking, like, decorum. He didn't care if we were in public. Like, this person was outrageous. Another time, we were at a restaurant. and we were outside by this bonfire, and like he started like yelling at me in front of mad people. And I could just tell people were looking at me. They were just feeling bad for me. And it was just so fucking embarrassing. Like humiliating, right? To where, you know, I started walking on eggshells with this person because I didn't want it to turn into a bigger thing. But I'm also a hothead, you know, especially at that time, I was also a hothead. So there will be times where I definitely try to mediate the situations. And then other times where I'm going toe to toe with you. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like super, super, super toxic. Super toxic. And another time that was really bad, right? Probably like one of the worst times, besides the first time when he choked me. We were in the car again. He was driving. I was in the passenger. He was trying to kick me out the car. And I was like, I'm not getting out the car. You're fucking bugging. Just bring me home. We like stopped at a fucking red light, fresh off the highway. We stopped at the light. He got out the car, opened the side of my door, and was trying to physically pull me out of the car. Yeah. On this same day, he was trying to pull me out of the car. When he was driving erratically and kept trying to brake in the middle of the street. He would be driving fast, then try to brake. And I'm like, yo, this person's going to kill me. And he even said that he would kill me. If a man, woman, whoever tells you they're going to kill you, bro, leave. Leave, bro. If somebody says they're going to fucking kill you, you need to walk away. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. And it was just so bad. It was so bad that day. Like, I just felt so unsafe in the car with him that when we got to another light, I like just got out the car. I got out the car and I like dipped, bro. Like I like dipped. He was trying to come find me. Like I just dipped. I called my sister to send me money for an Uber. She sent me money and I went home. And of course, this person, every time he hit me, he said he would never do it again. And then there was a time where I was at work, like working from home. He was there at my house and he was starting with me again and threatened to put his hands on me again. And I'm like, bro, if you don't fucking stop, I swear to God, I'm going to take my fucking Zoom off of mute and I'm going to let them hear everything and I'm going to tell them to call the police. Like, stop fucking playing with me. And then he ended up trying to choke me again. So then I ended up calling the police for the first time. I should have been did that. But I was dumb. I ended up covering for him. I called the police. He like dipped out and tried to run away. Had someone come pick him up. I should have really, really like gave them his name. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know, I just want to be done with this person. I don't want to have any court documents online with my name and his name. Like, I don't want to do all that, right? And then I was just so dumb at the time because I thought I loved this person. So I was scared of them, but I was also still trying to protect them at the same time. And then, you know, through the midst of all of this, I ended up getting an apartment. Like, I got approved for an apartment, thank God. And it was like, I knew our relationship was ending. I knew I wanted to end this relationship, so I never told him. I got the apartment. And like some time went by, a couple of weeks, and I just didn't tell him. I was just like, yo, bro, when I move, and I'm cutting this person off and he's never gonna know nothing about me. But I'm never gonna let him know where I live, nothing. I was making my escape plan, right? So come to find out, besides all, oh yes, how did I almost forget this? So I ended up getting another job, like a little part-time job. The part-time job I was at, they also have like a sister restaurant that we went to. It was like a seafood spot. We were there. And the bartender came over. She gave me a drink. She was being regular and nice. And he was thinking that we had some lesbian situation going on. And I'm like, you're bugging. Like, I only seen this lady like twice. I don't fucking know her like that at all. Why would you think that? Like, he was just insecure, crazy, insane type of person, right? Super insecure. I never met, and we all have insecurities, but I never met someone so insecure in my life. In my life. One time we was at Buffalo Wings, he accused me of trying to make eyes at the waiter. A white boy who was not even my type. I'm just like, yo, this place is insane. So it was just every day. When I tell you every day it was something, it was just something, bro. Like, I could say I don't know why I didn't leave, but I do know why I didn't leave. It's because I was insecure. I clearly did not love myself. And I was just clinging to a person that I thought really loved me. And obviously he didn't. He was hurting me. He didn't love me. He didn't even love himself. So we were at this sister restaurant, and he thought me and the damn bartender girl had something going on. Where this person started, like, trying to cuss out the bartender, trying to cuss me out, making such a big fucking scene. Bro, when I went to the bathroom, the girl was like, are you okay? Like, this man is crazy. Like, you need to take care of yourself. Like, I went to the bathroom. I ended up going in the kitchen in the restaurant. And, like, my coworkers were so worried about me. I'm like, bro, this is fucking embarrassing. To where I ended up getting fired from my job. Yeah, this nigga got me fired from my job because he was in there acting a fucking fool. Like, how did I almost forget that? Yeah, that fucking happened. We went to a Chinese restaurant. He was flirting with the girl right in front of me, the waitress right in front of me. It was bad. It was bad, right? Like, I was acting so out of character when I was with this person, too. Like, this shit started really fucking with my psyche, right? And that's what terrible, toxic relationships will do to you. They'll really fuck with your psyche. So, anyway, come to find out, his ex-girlfriend's mom ended up finding out that we were dating. And the ex-girlfriend's mom, hit me up on Facebook in a message and was telling me, like, yo, be careful with this person. He's a dangerous person. He took my daughter's car and he won't give it back. He took her BMW truck, will not return it back because she's in jail now. He's staying in her apartment, won't give me back the keys. He's a dangerous guy. He put his hands on her, everything. And I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? So come to find out, the BMW truck that he was driving was not his. It was another girl's. He was picking me up in another girl's car, refusing to return the car back. And then eventually returned it back and started driving like a car from Turo and gave me some bullshit excuse about it. I don't even fucking remember. Then the apartment he took me to that I stayed the night at and we had sex there was another girl's house. He took me to another girl's house and had sex with me in her bed. Yeah, you heard that right. In her bed. The mom was literally like, yeah, I found condoms in the apartment. Yeah, that was the condoms for me and him. Because he told me it was his aunt's house and it was actually his ex-girlfriend's house who went to jail and he did her so dirty. I'm like, what the fuck? Then, like, I was just like, bro, like, yeah, you're insane. I confronted him about it. He tried to deny it at first. And I'm like, bro, you cannot deny these allegations. They are very much true. And you're a fucking liar. Like, you lied to me about everything. He said he had some business. He ain't had no business. He said he had, like, some weed store in New York. Lies on lies on lies. Because this nigga was broke. You know, struggling every day to make $1. And shit, I was broke at the time too. But, like, I ended up getting a job shortly after and was bringing in my own checks. And I don't know. It was just, this nigga was living a whole double life. He was a liar. He lied about everything. It was bad. So, long story short, it's not even short because I've been talking for how long now. I ended up leaving this man. I ended up blocking him on everything. It really took me time to, like, get over this situation. Not months and months and months, but, like, time. Because that was so traumatic. Oh, then there was another... Bro, it's so much shit, I can't lie. We had went to, like, Lyman Orchards, which, if you're not from Connecticut, it's, like, this, like, apple orchard place, right? They have a store there where you can buy different things, like jams and things like that, pies. We went there just trying to have a nice day. I can't even tell you why we got into an argument, but we did. We did. We're leaving this place. He ended up wanting to leave. And then he's like walking in front of me. It just looked embarrassing. Like he would argue with me in public, make a scene. And I looked just so pretty that day. Ladies, you know when you get dressed up and you feeling good and you just feeling yourself. And a nigga who hates you will be so like, oh, she thinks she feeling herself. She thinks she look good. Like, I'm going to break her down. I'm going to tear her down. I had my high heel boots that day. I looked just so pretty. I just looked really nice. I had my red lipstick on. I did my hair. I did my makeup. I was just feeling, like, so beautiful. And he knew that. To where, like, we got into an argument. I ended up getting out the car. Because at this point, I'm like, I don't even want to be in the car with you. Like, I'll find a way to get home. Like, you're yelling at me. You're screaming at me. You're acting fucking batshit crazy over nothing. Like, there's no calming you down. This was before I broke up with him, right? I get out the car. I'm, like, breaking down. Because I'm just like, this shit, I'm so tired of this shit. This shit is weighing on me emotionally. We're in public. It's just too much. Too much for nothing. And this nigga ended up throwing coffee on me. Yeah, he threw coffee on me. It was not hot. It was like lukewarm. But he threw it all over me. And I looked just so beautiful that day. And he just threw it right in my face. I never had nobody disrespect me like that. When that happened, I just like broke down in tears. I started walking away. I fell to my feet and I just started crying in the grass. I just started crying in the grass. Because I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this person is really breaking me down right now. So I ended up calling my homegirl. She ended up coming to pick me up. And when I tell you, then even some guy pulled over and was like, is everything okay? Whatever. Like, and he's trying to shoo the old man away. Like, it's bad. It's bad when somebody is doing that to you. And especially, too, when they're doing it in public. Like, this person has no care, consideration for you, is not scared of the law, is not scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. The situation was so fucking bad. So he ended up driving off, and then he like ran over my foot. Oh my God, now that I'm thinking about everything just starts coming back. I remember he ended up like running over my foot. It was just like a little bit, so I didn't even feel it. I don't know how I didn't really feel it like that. Like, there was no pain or nothing. But like, he like ran over my foot a little bit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So he ended up driving away. I ended up walking to like a Subway or something. And then he, of course, like, even before I got to the Subway, he drove away, but then he came back and was trying to get me back in the car and was calling me. And I'm like, yeah, you're bugging. I'm not getting back in the car with you. And I called my homegirl, like, crying, hysterical or whatever. And she was, okay, I'm coming to get you. It's going to take me a little time. I'm like, okay, cool. And I was, like, way out of town. I was, like, probably 30 minutes away from, like, where my homegirl lived. So I'm going to a Subway. And he was, like, parked, like, across the street, like a stalker. Like, it was like he would not let me, like, escape him. To where I ended up going into, like, the Subway bathroom for, like, 20 minutes. I was even going to talk to the damn Subway workers. Like, yo, can you, like, hide me in the kitchen? Like, if this man comes in here. Like, I was scared. I was scared of what this person could do. So, especially what he went to jail for, like, I was scared. So, I was just like hiding in the literal Subway bathroom. And I'm just like thinking about this whole situation. I'm like, bro, no, this shit is dangerous. Like, I need to leave this person, or this nigga's gonna put me in a fucking ditch. I ended up getting away. My homegirl came to pick me up. When she did, he was no longer there. I left with her. She was there for me. I love her. I love you. And it was like a terrible situation. So I finally ended up getting out of that situation. I blocked this person on everything. I ended up moving to my new apartment and just starting over fresh. And I thank God that, you know, I ended it when I did. I was only with this person for like 2 months, and these were the worst 2 months I've ever experienced in life, you know. And I'm happy I got away unscathed. I'm upset that I went. Not anymore, because I'm past it. I've healed from it. But, you know, it's very unfortunate that I went through all those traumatic events where technically I didn't have to. I could have left a long time ago. I could have left before anything even happened. And he told me about his violent crime. I could have left, and I didn't left. I was admittedly very stupid, very naive. I did not put myself first. I was not in a good place. And I was just clinging on to somebody who I thought loved me, and they didn't. It was all a lie. And this person was actually, like, obsessed with me, like, infatuated with me. They would watch me all the time on social media before they knew me. Like, they were, like, obsessed with me, you know? And then that obsession turned into, like, hatred. And it was just really bad. Cut him off completely. And I just stayed single for a long time because I'm like, yeah, that shit is fucking crazy. I don't want to be with nobody, and I need to, like, go heal from all this trauma. But I'm telling you guys this story, so hopefully you can never go through what I went through. And you can learn from my mistakes and catch up on them red flags. Do not ignore them. Like, I'm telling you, like, do not ignore the red flags. I need to go back to work, y'all. I don't know what time it is. Do not ignore the red flags. I'm telling you, don't ignore the red flags. Like, if somebody shows you who they are, please believe them the first time. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And then even when, like, people I knew end up finding out I was dating him, they would be like, look, well, why are you dating this person? Don't you know he did this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third? I'm like, girl, if you thought that I was dating him and you knew this shit about him, why didn't you tell me? Like, hey, like, do you really know who you dating right now? Because this person has a terrible reputation. And I didn't know. So I found out quickly, but I did not know. And I should have left right away. As soon as if a man puts his hand on you, if a woman puts their hand on you, you need to leave them right away. Because they're going to do it again and again and again and again. Don't fucking forgive them. What else I want to say before I end the video? Because I need to go back to work, y'all. That was a lot. That was a lot that I just said. I'm sorry if did I put a trigger warning in the beginning of the video? I hope I did. Because I'm sorry if I triggered anybody. This was a lot. Pick up on the red flags. Don't ignore them. If a man puts his hands on you, leave right away. Do not stick around. If a man threatens you, said he's going to kill you, say he's going to do anything to you, don't stay with him. Like, leave, run away, run. That was a terrible situation. I would never, ever subject myself to anything like that ever again. Self-love is number one. You need to love yourself. And if you love yourself, you're not going to put yourself in that type of situation. Or as soon as you find yourself in that type of situation, you are going to run. Not even just leave. You're going to run. Block this person on everything. Then after that, he would think we were cool. He would try to, like, comment on my stuff, like, on my YouTube. Like, I ended up, like, I think blocking him from YouTube, too. Like, he's a weirdo. He probably still finds a way to watch my videos, right? And I hope I never see this person in life again. Never, ever, ever. I never want to see this person again walking the earth, ever. And I tried to help this person so much. I even tried to put them onto my therapist. Which, don't do that. Don't ever give anyone your therapist. But I tried to put him onto my therapist because I tried to think, oh, maybe this man just has trauma. Bruh, we all have trauma. It doesn't mean we're all turning into abusers. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the situation was super reckless. Do not recommend. And then even after the situation, like months later, maybe like 6 months later or more, somebody ended up hitting me up and was like, hey, I know you used to date Tyrone. Did he ever put his hands on you? Because he ended up getting into it with my friend and he put his hands on her. And I just was wondering if that ever happened to you. And I like dubbed the whole conversation. I was just like, because I didn't want to say anything about it. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to be involved or attached to any conversation or situation or have anything to do with this person. So I don't remember exactly what I said, but probably something along the lines like, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Because when I'm about to say, yeah, he abused the fuck out of me, like, I'm not about to get into that with some, like, no. So I, like, tried to dub the whole conversation. Like, I don't know. And it's not my duty to be going around to whoever he dates now to warn them. Like, I just, just stay away. So, yeah, that was my traumatic DV story of dating a narcissist with a double life. Vet people properly. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Look them up on the internet. If you know people who know that person, talk to them. Like, if a man puts his hands on you, run. And yeah, that was my crazy ass story time. Yeah, very much so. I appreciate you for watching this video. Thank you so much for being here, supporting my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure you like the video and leave a comment. And as always, you can be, do, and have whatever you desire. You are limitless. Until next time. Lala, level up.